like moving isn't what we do. We're like a real strong business now, and we have to have a real strong marketing and sales department to really take us to the next level. Video is the new medium. Like, this is the new platform to talk to a massive amount of people.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Moving Letters AI podcast. I have an awesome guest for you today. He just was a part of the Moving Revenue Summit and we wanted to debrief. I'll let him introduce himself. Take it away.
What's up, everyone? Hey, if you didn't catch the Moving Revenue Summit, we're here to break it down. I'm here to answer any questions. And, Matt got some really great information we're going to go over today. A little bit about me. I'm Austin Yarborough. Recently just got married here. Shout out to my beautiful wife, Lauren. I gave her a shout out last time we were on the air. I'm a 29 years old moving and storage owner, and I've been in this business for several years. Gosh, it's almost like 10 years. I think it's almost been 10 years now. I'm honestly an owner just like you. I was born and raised super middle class, started this company, boots on the ground, and I've got a huge passion for this industry. And, I'm sure we all kind of have a similar story how we got into it. But, we really want to focus on like where we're going with it. What's the latest and greatest? How are we going to grow our moving companies? And then how are we going to take on this growth of 30% year after year, especially with those interest rates? If you guys heard those, it's going, the waves are shifting in our favor right now.
For sure. So Austin, so thank you so much for being here. What is something that nobody knows about you in like the moving community? What is like your guilty pleasure? What do you like to do for fun?
That's a good one, Matt. I guess like I've created this persona. I'm honestly like, if you didn't know me, you may think I'm like a cop because I walk in a room and I'm like, all business, that's like just how my mind works. But I mean, if you didn't know me, I'm just a local guy. Like, I love small town vibes. I love the beach. Like, if my favorite thing to do on Sundays is going surfing. You can see a little photo back here, but going surfing with, I like to go with my dad every Sunday. And then little walk or get a breakfast burrito with the dogs, Snoopy dog and Tucker. We call him Taquito. That's my wife's dog's name. And, and then we go looking for sea glass on the beach. I think it's like one of those great things that's like grounding. It's like a new term that I've been hearing a lot. And you're basically like your energy is kind of just being grounded, and it's kind of just really brings you down, like literally down to earth. And it's a great time to just relax and like literally turn the brain off. I think that everyone should have something like that. And that's my something like that.
Oh yeah, man. So I recently was invited to Austin's wedding. So thank you, Austin. Out in Paso Robles is that how you say it, Austin?
Robles, come on, man.
Robles, man. And it was beautiful. We didn't get to make it out to the beach. So how far is the beach from you?
So we're about 35 minutes from the beach, 35 to 45 minutes. So, I mean, we do get a coastal breeze that comes through in the evenings. And that's really what makes the wine like so amazing. And that's what Paso Robles is naturally known for. Wine and, 5-star moving companies, of course.
Of course, man. Yeah. So one of the things, like when I would walk around like Costco, I started seeing so many wines from where you're from. And it started to just connect so many dots. So today, the big purpose of today, as you know, was like to just break down what you're doing with social media. Like, I think it's crazy that honestly, we had this a couple days ago, the Moving Revenue Summit, when we're recording this. And I literally took your advice and shared a story about a realtor who put $1,000 down on a move for her client. And I kind of just shared it humbly on our Facebook, and it was crazy. The next, like literally few hours later, I got hit up by one of her friends asking us to help her do a move, and now she's already booked. So as much as it might seem like, yeah. And I was like, dude, thanks to Austin for putting together such a great, awesome social media playbook for free. I mean, the fact that this is free is awesome. Just giving value back to the community. So today we just wanted to kind of break it down. So Austin, if you can kind of just go over a little bit about what we went over the other day, that'd be great.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm happy to go over, the presentation and everything. And I'm glad to hear success. Like literally my job was to like give people 1 to 2, maybe 10 nuggets that could help grow their moving company. And I think I did it, the feedback I got was amazing. I got some shout outs online and messages on Instagram. And it honestly made my day, like just being a part of everything. And I think it's, I'd love to continue to, keep doing events like this. But yeah, to summarize, I mean, we kicked it off like talking about you're not just a moving company anymore, you're a marketing and sales company. And I think it's like a mindset shift I was hoping to achieve with the audience of like, we're not just like moving isn't what we do. We're like a real strong business now, and we have to have a real strong marketing and sales department to really take us to the next level. So, we start off with the agenda. I mean, there's 6 main topics in here, and part of it we really had guys vote, or guys and girls voting on 1 through 6, or 1, 2, 3, or any of those numbers that really like was important to them, and they felt like I could add a little bit more attention on. And I was really happy to just go through. I think a lot of big takeaways were on the hunting and farming slides, and then I think the strategies and the overall concepts of like in the social media 101, that was also very like a great takeaway. Like I think a lot of people, one of their biggest takeaways was the every time you go to the bathroom you should be doing the 5 5 20 deal, and then doing 5 friend requests, 5 comments, and 20 likes.
Yeah, for sure, man. So I think I remember the chat going off about number 4. Like we all want to figure out how to build better relationships and referral ones at that. I think, one of the things that you said the other day that really stood out to me was that whole mentality of pick me, I'm here. And us as like people don't go to social media to be like, I want to go look at movers today, right? And so I think like I'll let you dig into that. I'm kind of almost quoting you verbatim here. But I think that's something that really stood out to me that was like, oh, wait, here we go. Here's some golden nuggets from Austin. Let's let him drop them. So let's go ahead and get you right into like that social media one-on-one. What are you doing for people that just want to kind of get out there, get started for the first time? Because I'm going to just say it, and I don't want to be controversial, but I think movers do lack in the regard of probably social media, right? And I think you're one of the guys who's doing it differently, doing some wild things. But like, how do you do it for someone who's like camera shy, just wants to get started?
Yeah, I think that's a great question, Matt. I think everyone. So like recently, the other day, someone came up to me and was like, "Well, I'm just like don't know how to sell myself. Like I'm not like you." And I was like, "Excuse, I thank you for the compliment, but
Yeah,
like I didn't just learn how to sell my company, my product, and me overnight. Like
no.
no one has these skills coming out the womb. Like these are skills and attributes and care and tech that helps you. Like these are all these things that you have to change. Like here's my current version of me, and here's the person I want to be. And Louis Massaro talks about this. Like, what are the skills and attributes that I need to take on to get to that next level? And I need to start acting like the future version of me. Like to me, I'm acting like the 8-figure moving company owner, Austin. Like that's the shoes, I literally wear a whole dress outfit everywhere all the time, like that's part of it. So if you're new into this, I think it's really start making this a game and gamifying it and seeing how with the influence that you can have on others. So start easily just by sending your friends like a let's go video. Like we're talking about the sweaty gym videos, and like I think that just try, if you're on vacation or anything, or even to your guys or your ops manager, like or your team, like happy Friday, guys. I can't wait. This is going to be a great day. I'm really looking forward to just finishing the week strong. Like, let's just get a let's go. And then like send me a let's go. And then your team will send it. And I think like it's it's more rewarding when you get other people to do it too, because that you felt that way in the beginning and they like trust you, and now they're taking this on too because they see it works. And so I think it starts simple and start like close to you, and then just repetition is really where it's going to make the biggest difference. And it is candid. Like I don't even know if I mentioned this, but like in the revenue summit, in the sales revenue summit, but the more candid content right now is literally doing better than the stage stuff. So it's like being new is kind of more raw and real than anything that you could do instead of this like 20 to $30,000 high production video that's like great to have, but like it's not exactly good. It's like 5 videos compared to like 2,000 that you could shoot with that money.
Yeah. So you're dissing my podcast setup, man?
Dude, I love your podcast. Matt even referred me. It's coming at the end of this month. I think like next week or next week. I think one of the what do they call? What are those lights called again?
Yeah, these little kind of like stage lights that I got.
No, behind you, the neon
Yeah,
light
so the
sign.
neon light, yeah, the
Yeah,
neon
yeah.
sign.
I love it, dude. I was like, dang, I gotta get me one of those. I've been wanting one. If anyone else wants a neon light sign right now, like this is your calling to just do it and order one.
Yeah. I mean, I ordered 2 of them. The first one did have a short live on one of our other podcasts. So I still got to get it soldered, which was unfortunate. This one seems to be holding up all right. Regardless, I think they did a good job. It's just probably just one of those weird things. It's almost like a move, right? Where we make a minor mistake and obviously we don't mean to, but doing the right thing is them getting it fixed for me. So yeah, you're talking a little bit about this, like recording the videos. And I talked to someone today that watched you at the Moving Revenue Summit. And one of the things that they said was that that was a standout thing that you had told them. Like that was their golden nugget takeaway, was sending a video. And they said now they're already implementing videos to their clients. So, I know I used to do this like for a while there. I remember the first time you showed me Grant Cardone's team in our chat and you said, hey, look at what Grant Cardone sent me about, hey, Austin, like looking forward to our meeting.
Yeah.
And I took that and I ran with it. And I remember we'd go out by the trucks and I'd have the crew stand there and we'd be like, hey, Kelly, it's Matt. We just want to, you know what I mean? Like, welcome you to I Move. We're going to do a good job for you guys. Like, and we'd be screaming at the camera, of course, and hyping it up with the crew behind us. And that would be for all the leads we received from the day before. We'd make that video. So like all of that inspired me to do it, but I haven't been that consistent with it. I won't lie, but it seems like you're definitely consistent with it. So talk a little bit more about that.
Yeah, I mean, I think so. One thing that we realized, like working with Grant Cardone, and we work with Andy Elliott now too, is that like video is the new medium. Like this is the new platform to talk to a massive amount of people, have an influence, and attract attention. And so, one of the immediate things like you can do and implement tomorrow is for all of your on-site estimates, send the client a video. And like even after you call them or get a voicemail or whatever, like obviously you're probably, hey, it's Austin, I'll be there in 15, but just want to give you a courtesy call. Hang up. Like then I'm gonna pull my car over and then well, I may have pulled my car over before I did the phone call, but
Yeah.
pull my car over and then go boom, hold out my phone and be like, hey, it's Austin with Central Coast Moving. Thanks for taking my call. I really just want to put a face to the name and let you know that I'm a great guy and I can't wait to help you and your family. And I'll be there in 15 minutes. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing you soon. Boom. And then that right there is a unique service that other movers aren't doing right now. And you're telling them, like, I care more. I care more than the next guy. I'm going to give you some flair, something spicy and kind of cool that raises the attention level. And you're like, wow, that really stood out to me. And then after the survey, you're going to go ahead and send another video. And I'm telling you, right then and there, your close ratio will go up 5 to 10% on your on-sites just by doing those simple tricks.
Oh yeah, man. And you just do that from your personal number?
Yeah, I mean, I just whip out the phone. I mean, you can use like Ring Central's phone things, but I think obviously I'm giving out the direct sell anyways to my clients because I want them to like open that door of like, you're getting me with this deal. Like I'm included, my ops manager, Nate, my internal salesman, my other salesman, my office manager, and then, my whole team comes with this deal. Like I'm selling everyone, but I'm really selling me included in this. And I just sent him the video and to add to that, I'm actually sending like my referrals, like referral sources, the video as well. I'm like, hey, thank you for the referral. I really appreciate working with this client, the opportunity to serve them. You know, I actually so by doing that, I actually had that real estate agent recently, one of them that did that, put me in her Instagram like post. And
Yeah.
so it was just like so mind blowing to her that someone took the time and energy to do that. They just appreciate it. And it's content for them. It makes them look good too. So these are some, and then client testimonials, sending that to the realtor, that is a game changer. Or even a damage repair to the realtor. They're stoked on that.
Yeah, for sure. And I think you've done really well at, developing those relationships with realtors and just getting out there. I mean, I think you had sent a stat, or maybe Nikal said a stat the other day, that like 90% of people will just hire you because of you. So it sounds like just doing this extra work is just allowing people to learn more about like who you are, what you're about, what you do. And I think that just like probably really resonates with your target audience. Talk a little bit about like this slide here. Like, what is 70, 20, 10?
Yeah, that's another, it's a great point. So if you look at my slide right now, so it's, the 70-20-10 rule was a rule that I learned on social media. I follow this guy. It's like Dwayne something. And I remember him posting it, and it's 70% of a primary color, and then 20%, which would be the black, and then 20% of a non-primary or secondary color, and that would be the white, and then 10% of a color that pops. And so, we use this rule on our moving trucks, on everything pretty much. Like, that's the goal. I mean, the only exception is kind of like my shirt, because I had to do it embroidered, and
Yeah.
the black just didn't look good on this. But I mean, everything that I've done in my history of this company, and I mean, you'll see and recognize this in almost every company with a great brand, is that they're following the 70-20 rule. And that's with like just your posts. Like I used to do on Canva, I used to get my phone out. And that's really like what I'm focusing on, is like, okay, 70% blank, it's 20% blank, and then 10% pop color, or call to action, my phone number, or, some review or something that I want to add attention to. And then I think a huge one that I think that it's kind of like the unspoken rule of social media right now is that quantity beats quality every single time. I think that, I really recognize this in the Grant Cardone training and like his book, like 10X. I want to give a shout out to Grant Cardone, by the way. He's not for everyone, but the points that he makes are literally for everyone. And just this level of action that outproduces any level of quality that you can get from anything. Like I can do 10 videos in probably 1 hour at mediocre quality, rather than like doing like one good video, because my 10 mediocre videos now just touched and went out 10 different times to people. And so like that's posting every single day. It's like, yeah, it's awesome to have the high quality, high production videos, but just the simple stuff, like having someone for like $500 a day or something shoot decent quality content with you, and that you can consistently put out into all the platforms, is really just going to be the game changer for your business.
You talked about something the other day, which was like you're a different brand on each platform. And I think you said that the other day, and it made a lot of sense to me that like what I write on LinkedIn shouldn't be the exact same thing that I write on Facebook or some of the other outlets that I'm using. So like for you, talk a little bit about like that.
Yeah. And this is really where the time component comes in, that's challenging, is that, each platform is different. Like YouTube's algorithm, there's shorts, and then there's the long videos. And like, that's, you want to talk to YouTube, give it a long video, because someone's going to watch like a big how-to video. You're not going to do that on Instagram. Like you're not even going like on Instagram or Facebook to find a moving company. Like you're just going on there to be entertained or interested in something. So being interesting or being informative are the two things that you can do both at once, but that's like the main goal of the social media. And then like And I use the analogy like, okay, you're going to the club on a Friday. You're this person. You're this brand of you making this types of decisions, and this is what you're wearing. And then you're going to church on Sunday, and you're this person. Like that's the same with the difference of these platforms. Like TikTok, maybe more memes and shorter, even shorter than Instagram, because like immediately you got to catch hooks. But and then Facebook, more of your family and friends on there. So taking that approach a little bit differently. And sometimes it's just same video with rewording the caption, or just kind of trying out different techniques on each platform. But and like Twitter, like or Threads, like or what is it X now? Like people just want like something quick and entertaining, like just a comment, not even like a whole video.
For sure. And one of the questions that, was at the Moving Revenue Summit the other day that stood out to me was like, what are your most popular posts that you've done? And what seems to engage the most with like people? What do you get the most engagement on? Like what kind of posts that you're doing?
Yeah, I mean, it's everyone's like, you would think that the more effort you put into a post, the better it does. One of our top ones was like us crashing through a wall of boxes with the moving truck. Like I literally went as high as we could with like mediums. And I saw this hat company do it. So I was like, dude, I gotta do that. That's so cool. And it was like raining that day. And I was like, I wanted it to be perfect. And I was like, you know what? I've just got to put this shit into action. I just got to put this into play for the universe. And so that one was kind of like a really good one. I've done one with like, I had like a barbell, and I'm like, my name's Austin Yarborough. I'm raising the bar of the moving industry. And then, some of the other ones, like behind the scenes, I think it's the most like watch time, guys with like real that are easy to listen to. My videos that do well are like my high energy, where I can like really bring that out with some weights or jumping out of a box, like doing some out of pocket shit. That's like what gets good content for me. But I think behind the scenes, people really like connect, especially like other individuals or family members or even like real estate agents or realtor affiliates or anything like that had probably a service-based job and are kind of interested like how you run your company. And then not only that, but other moving companies are like, oh, that's cool, I should do that with my company. So you're getting more, this algorithm starts like building when you're doing that.
For sure. I think like it's just so crazy. I mean, I guess like when you think of it, my parents owned a furniture store for many years, and my grandpa was a partner with my dad all through my childhood and beyond that. And I remember there was days where they would have like the whole TV station come down and like do a commercial with them, and my dad would be like, in front of the camera. And I think about all those moments of him, getting the haircut, getting all sharp and dressed up for it. And just thinking about how produced they had to do to have a commercial. And like literally, we have the power in our freaking pocket to make a commercial anytime we want. Like I could bust the phone out right now and be like, yo, it's Matt with Moving Letters AI. I want to talk a little bit about, whatever. It's really wild. And the crazy thing is we get to post for free and people watch it half the time. Like it's really wild to me. That's the kind of shift. And so I think people should do this. I think one of the things that you had said the other day was like, posting is free, guys. Posting is free. So, obviously I'm quoting a lot of your stuff.
Hey man, I love that. Dude, I'm already being quoted. I feel kind of famous now.
Yeah, dude. Like, here's the thing, man. You had so many golden nuggets that, like, I think that was one of the first times we ran through this, and I'm already like, shit, fired up, man. I'm like, how do I be in Austin? You know what I mean? So, talk to me a little bit about like the hunting and farming concept. Like, deep dive a little bit into this one.
Yeah, and to play a little bit off of like what you were just talking about, like right now, like some of the best marketing sources are free, like Google My Business, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook. Like they're all free. It just takes energy. That's all it is. And so like hunting and farming, like this is a concept. I think I heard in a book, and it was kind of talking about, I connected it with like going to a Chamber of Commerce event, and then like there's the guy who's always hunting for business, like here's my card, here's my card, here's my card, and then the one guy who's like I imagine two different me's right now. And then there's the other version, like meeting one to two people and building a great relationship with them instead of like, and that's the whole goal of it is like there's a time for either one. And like positioning your mental state, like this is the action that I'm doing at this very moment and being present and extremely intentional with it. So when we're hunting on social media, I'm going through and I'm looking, I'm pressing like the little heart in the top right corner, scrolling all the way down and looking at like recommended followers. And then or I literally will go through like real estate teams or anything that I think would have a referral source, even like other moving companies. I block all of them, by the way, so they're not farming and hunting on my stuff. But which is neither here nor there. That's just my strategy. But I'll go through and then I'll add followers. I think you can only add about like 30 to 40 a day, and or Instagram will get mad at you. But you basically go through each one, and then you're like, okay, they're in my area. They could refer me. Even other businesses are huge too because they'll like your posts. And then you're going liking like 3 to 5 of their photos. I mean, even a comment on it would go a long ways too, and be like, that first initial follow and then trying to really attract them to follow you in your page and then add them into your sales funnel on social media, because once you start doing posts every single day, you need people to watch the post, and you're basically just adding more into the funnel every single time. And this is content that stays out there forever. Like, this isn't going away. This isn't an ad. It's literally out there forever. And and then it brings us to the farming point where you follow these people and or these anyone, even like other moving companies, and so you're like, hey, congratulations on this pending sale of the house, great job, like wow, like that's looks like a great vacation spot, like, or other movers like, let's go, or I'm happy for you, great looking truck, I love your logo. Like, compliments are also free, and I think we all forget that like it's free to tell someone something nice. And then the game with farming is that when you'll see other people, they start recognizing that you're going to boost their algorithm by the comments. And so you start commenting on all of each other's posts. And so now it's like tit for tat. And now Instagram starts being, thinking your algorithm's working a little bit better. Like, people are loving this post because people are consistently commenting on it. And so that's like that's a really strong Instagram relationship. Like, that's top level. But that's like one of the tricks. I mean, you look at any of your guys' posts, on Facebook and Instagram. Instagram's like my normal kind of go-to if I am gonna, be a consumer and not a creator on this. That's the one I, I would spend time on, and that's where I can actually. But I mean, I'm not really being a consumer when I'm trying to do hunting and farming at the same time. Hope that everyone makes sense. Is everyone following us? I hope so. And
We don't have a chat right now.
Right. Give me a one if you're.
Give me a one. They're like pressing a one on their phone right now. Ding ding ding. Yeah. So, so talk to like, dude, the 5-5-20 rule, man. I know social media for like Moving Letters AI has been extremely helpful to like be out there in the community talking about what we do, and even having folks like yourself using us. But like, talk a little bit about like the 5-5-20 rule. What is that?
Yeah. So, I mean, when I say minimum in this, like, I want to make that extremely clear. Like, that is the minimum level of daily activity that you or your virtual assistant or your content media manager has to do in this, because they need to hunt and farm daily. And that's where those two lead into this segment, is that you're doing 5 comments on posts, like, congratulations, let's go, I'm happy for you, looks great, oh, I haven't seen you, how have you been? And then 5 new connections. So adding 5 people, and then you're doing like 20 likes. Like, likes are also free. So go ahead and like the shit out of stuff. Like, that is what makes you a good person on social media, and then you're now notifying them that you like their post. So maybe out of the 20 likes, and I did 100 per week, and they had like 3 posts, like my name came up 3 times on their feed. And and it's kind of like what's the word for it, like contrary to like popular belief, or like, I actually like doing likes at like 10 p.m. or 11 p.m. or 6 a.m. I think 6 a.m. is like the best because people know you're like an early overachiever, early bird gets the worm. Because then they're like, shit, they're looking at my stuff. You're like an outlier liking their stuff. It's not creepy. I mean, I don't even care. Like, it's attention. And that's my only goal on social media is to like put more attention on me and my business. And so the 5-5-20 rule, guys, pro tip, every time you're doing the number 2, go ahead and think of us and do some hunting and farming with the 5-5-20 rule.
Nice, man. Yeah. So like Austin, seeing you on social media since I've known you, and now I see you everywhere all the time. Like I think about all the businesses that were like, yo, we're down 30%. And I remember it being one of the conferences where they asked like, were you guys down 30% last year? Raise your hand. And I feel like this has happened a couple times, but out of all those times, I never see your hand raise. And I'm always wondering, like, I've seen some of your numbers and I'm always just like, damn, man, Austin's freaking smashing it. So how much of your revenue right now, percentage wise, is kind of because of social media? And I know that's hard to track and fairly subjective because of being omnipresent, which is an Austin term, sorry. But like, what do you think it attests to right now?
I mean, honestly, like I would say that 50% or more of my business is from, building these relationships and then being like consistent. I know that we're running a bunch of Google ads and doing all the stuff. I mean, shout out to Moving Letters AI. We're doing some amazing golden ticket, campaigns with them, and which you guys can ask him all about how to get your golden ticket. This is the big version of them.
That was the original, the OG.
Yeah, we're not giving discounts; we're giving rewards in this house, baby. So I would say it is really hard to track. Like it's one of those things that like I do have a tracking number on it, but like are people calling? No. Like the way I track it is are we growing 30% year on year? And that's like, okay, it's good. Or I need to do more social media and more engagements and relationship building activities because that's what this is. Like as important as like doing those, realtor, broker, open things and like getting to know the real estate agents, this is extremely supplemental to like let's just say, I got a real estate agent's business card. Okay. What I'm going to do is take that card. I'm going to send him my phone number. I'm going to send a photo of the card to my VA. She's going to send an email from me. Then I'm going to add them on Instagram. And then I'm going to like 3 to 5 of their photos. And then I'm going to wait and see like if they start, referring me. And then so by doing that, I swear, man, like just by that simple like combo, the 1, 2, 3 in that, we've seen year after year growth, and I think we're going to continue. I know we're going to continue to see that because the effort we're putting in. Like I care more about doing this than the next company, and I think that's what it comes down to. Like great businesses care more. They put a lot. They're more intentional with how they're being proactive to the economy and creating their own economy than waiting for the economy. Like I'm not, so what? Like I'm coming out of winter with a bare coat. Like I'm not here to play games. I'm not here to take a pay cut. I'm here to take a pay raise. Like who said you can't grow your business in '08? Because I know more millionaires were made in '08, So I mean, like there's opportunity. I mean, it's like, people are going to go out of business. It's true. But you can be the one that gets more of the pie and market share, and they can be the one that goes out of business. You define that. That's on you guys.
Hey everyone, it's Matt from Moving Letters AI. I'm super excited to announce our newest product, the Simple Note. The Simple Note is an extremely simple, handwritten product to get you into more homes at an affordable rate. Right now, you can get 500 of these to targeted, newly listed homes for only $8.95. Guys, check out the link down below. Sign up today and join the handwritten revolution. Let's go.